guys, how are you doing? Our DBS viewing family. You guys all right? I hope you had an awesome night. Listen, it's a beautiful day. We're celebrating life. And in a big way at that. And of course, when we come to the features, you'll find out not just life ordinarily, 110 we celebrating it. Hold on, we coming to that. Let's go on over to the news desk. What's going on over there, guys?
Good morning. The development of a national plan to tackle crime on the island is still on stream. Home Affairs and Crime Prevention Minister Jeremiah Norbert on Tuesday provided an update on this while clarifying yet again public misconceptions about his crime prevention and home affairs portfolios.
We have engaged several individuals. We've not selected a particular person. However, what we've been doing in the meantime is working with the various agencies that deals with various components of crime. So we've had several meetings. My ministry have had several meetings with the social agencies, SSDF, Umbutu, ACT, the Alliance for Community Transformation. We've also had meetings with the hierarchy of the Bodley Correctional Facility and the Parole Department. We've also met with the police. So the idea is to be able to bring all of these agencies together and look at the different elements of crime that they deal with, who deals with rehabilitative, the different elements, and then see how we can bring all of this under one umbrella and coordinate.
The Crime Prevention and Home Affairs Minister has responded to criticisms of his performance over the past 7 months. Some, including the opposition United Workers' Party, UWP, have been critical of what they say is his silence on the sustained incidents of gun violence taking place on island. He, however, has indicated he is doing what he has been tasked with, clarifying his duties under the crime prevention portfolio. British American Insurance Company Limited and CLICO policyholders have lost their discrimination claim against Trinidad and Tobago over the 2009 bailout of CL Financial. CCJ President Justice Adrian Saunders on Tuesday, October 22nd, delivered a summary of the court's ruling.
The court noted that if the claimant's arguments were correct, it would mean that the defendant would have been responsible for bailing out all BICO policyholders in other Caribbean territories. The court found that it could not have been within the contemplation of the framers of the RTC that the member states in such circumstances would be obliged to compensate all BICO policyholders in all CARICOM states for all their loss and damage. The court accepted that this is an objective and reasonable justification for the alleged difference in treatment of the companies.
The case affects nearly 2,000 registered policyholders from St. Lucia and the Eastern Caribbean. Many of these policyholders have reported experiencing financial hardship and emotional trauma since BICO's collapse in 2009, with businesses also suffering significant losses as a direct result. The winner of the Underwater Sculpture Park National Storyboard Competition was announced on Tuesday. The competition, which will inform the design of that underwater park, was won by Cherie Emmanuel.
Tourism Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire highlighted the significance of this project as a milestone for St. Lucia's dive tourism sector. He emphasized the important role that the Underwater Sculpture Park will play in preserving marine life while expanding water-based adventure tourism offerings.
Because we are telling the story of St. Lucia using 3 thematic areas, history, culture, and tradition, what we wanted was to get the story of St. Lucia historically, how we evolve historically. We wanted the story of St. Lucia in terms of our cultural evolution. We wanted the story of St. Lucia in terms of our traditions. And therefore, we had some very brilliant ideas that can stand alone.
Feasibility studies are underway to assess coastal conditions and to finalize the location of that park. The Tapia Hospital officially opened the newly built Dr. Martin Didier Radiology Center on Tuesday. The center features state-of-the-art X-ray machines, cutting-edge ultrasound machines, and a 128-slice CT scanner with an operating theater.
My husband was actually a cardiology specialist in internal medicine, but he was one of the founding members of Tapia Hospital, one of the group of 10 who conceptualized this hospital and who actually worked to bring it to fruition and to what it is today.
This new center will help eliminate the need for St. Lucians to travel for certain medical services. That's your news summary. Thanks for watching.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, guys. Let's take a short break and come back. rolling. Barry George is in charge of coordinating the Creole pageant for this year. It's a teen pageant happening among the school children. And when we're talking continuity of the culture and making sure it keep it alive, what a better way to do it? Remember, this is a resumption, because for a long time the pageant was not happening. But it's great to see it's back on board. A lot of these conversations we'll have within this month because, of course, it is our time to really dig down into our culture, and we all have a responsibility if we'd like to see the continuity of it. One will sit and say, well, is the FRC? Well, is it that you sitting looking at this have a responsibility as well? This is our time, and everybody have a part to play. Barry here always playing his part, and he's back at it again. We've got the Creole pageant,
Yes.
which is resuming after a long time, I'm learning.
Correct.
Barry, let's dig into it. First, welcome, and it's always a pleasure having you.
Okay, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Well, on behalf of the FRC, I am proud to represent them as the coordinator for the Jeunesse Creole, which is scheduled for the 8th of November. Of course, it's a teen pageant that really seeks to promote the whole Creole aspect of the Creole Heritage Month and the Creole language itself. It's a pageant for teens, and we featuring both male and females. So there'll be a king and a queen component of it. Of course, like a normal pageant, it is really focused on the language and the authenticity of our culture and the arts and the whole celebration of Journée Creole. So, of course, there will be a speech component where the students would have to present a 1-minute speech on cultural icons. They have to do some research and so on and present it in Creole as well. And of course, there's the talent segment which they have to do. Of course, it has to be in Creole. And of course, then we have the evening wear. And what we do is to allow them to study out the Jeep and the WAP duet, and to come up with a creative concept around utilizing both the Jeep and the WAP duet, and to bring some creation out of it. And just again to show the evolution of where culture can go, and where you can use the inspiration from the old to create something new, and keeping the authenticity of it. So they get to do that as well. And of course, out of this show, we're hoping to get a winner, and that will more or less inspire them and so on. Of course, we have schools as far as Choiseul, Vieux Fort, Micoud, even Dennery. We have St. Joseph Convent, Castries Comprehensive School, there's St. Mary's College. All those have indicated they'll be participating, and we're looking forward to have a fantastic show and celebrating the Creole Heritage Month and the Creole language.
No, let me ask you, to your knowledge, do you know of any other celebration, any other territory, any other island that actually have this part included into their celebration?
I am not too sure. Maybe Dominica may have some form of it, but I think it's one of our unique.
It's
I
quite
think so.
unique.
Yes,
I like
yes.
it. And the entire pageant is going to be related in Creole.
In Creole.
By our young people.
By our young people, and that's the objective, is to celebrate the language, and of course to it's both educational, entertainment, of course, and it's part of preservation and promotion of the culture.
Let me ask you just briefly, because in your again, I'm pulling back on the little memory, make sure it's there, because in the past, what has been the response to this pageant? Has it been well attended? Do you believe that there's room for us to, make more of a big deal out of it as patrons, as Lucians?
Well, from my recollection, I remember the last show, I remember working with a young individual who asked for my support for talent. And I remember being at the show, and I think that's my first encounter. And I can tell you the Cultural Center was quite energetic with a lot of young people. I think she won that year as well too, and I think it's a good exercise, and the fact that we get to highlight both the males as well is a good thing, and I think more of that, not just only showcase the Creole heritage, but also you have to do the cultural aspect and the research, and it's a good. I think it's a good initiative that the FRC is using to promote the Creole Heritage Month and the Creole language.
I think it's brilliant that they're taking it from that stage as well, from the youth. Break it down again for us, Barry. The date, the time, ticket-wise, how can we obtain and this stuff?
Okay, so like I said, the Jeunesse Creole, which is hosted by the FRC, the Folk Research Center, will be on the 8th of November at the National Cultural Center. It's going to be a mid-morning show, starts at 11 to finish by at least 2 o'clock. So at least the students leave on time. The tickets might be about $20, and of course, they will be sent to the schools that were participating. And both you can get it from the FRC, because parents are also encouraged to come and support the pageant and see the kids on that stage as well.
Wonderful. Larry, we're looking forward to that. Hopefully we get to see some of the preparation going into that as well.
Definitely, we will send you some of the information and give you access to students and interview when we get all of them together. And a matter of fact, there are some schools who are actually doing the competition next week, and those winners will be featured at the show. So I know. So we have Convent doing next week. As Miko has to have the pageant next week as well. The winners will be participating. Yes.
This is complete. This is really good. No. This is good and should be supported. We're going to be back. Thank you, Barry. Is an opportune time to bridge the gap between the diaspora and of course St. Lucia when we're talking culture. So I think it was very smart of Yandi Martelli, to find herself on the island this time. She is one of the members of the St. Lucia Toronto Association, a vice president or something of that sort. Anyways, we spoke with her. You're going to get all the information. Here's Yandi. Well, I now feel like I've been put in the shade. Now, St. Lucia know me for stepping out and stepping and representing. Yandi, I'm going to let you have that moment because trust me, this is gorgeous. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Guys, this is Yandi. Yandi Martelli is the vice president of the St. Lucia Toronto Association, based in Canada, of course. But she's here on the island. St. Lucian, of course.
Yes, I am.
Absolutely,
yes,
Lucian to the board.
Definitely.
Tell me a little bit about you, and then, of course, we've got to talk about what it is that the association has been doing. I mean, the fact that you're here is indication that the association is definitely very active and is doing what it needs to do to help to bring the awareness and to create more of a bond.
That's right. That's exactly what it is. And so, my background story is I came from St. Lucia to Montreal, and I lived in Montreal for a few years, and then I moved to Toronto. And then going into Toronto, joined the association, looked for a community to join, and joined the association, and then became the vice president of the association. And we are excited. We're bringing lots of great things to our diaspora out in Toronto, and that's really what our mandate is really to bring the community together, bring in different businesses that are also doing things in Toronto that are St. Lucian owned, and we're putting together programs for St. Lucians in Toronto. Now, we're also opening it up to the rest of the world. So we do Zoom conferences and seminars and things like that. And this is open to everyone. And we're looking at mindfulness seminars. We're looking at workout sessions for the elderly, reaching out to different age groups within our diaspora in Toronto and around the world.
Well, basically that's it. But she's doing a lot more. You are also very instrumental in ensuring that, the culture of the land remain very present and the continuity of it. Because normally when people migrate, you would know because you're living over there. People migrate and then they fall into the cultures of where it is that they move to. Right. Children don't necessarily get to, ground themselves into the actual culture of where it is that they're actually from.
Yes.
Is that something that you're very instrumental with as well?
Definitely. And the reason why we're here today is really to embrace the culture, because what we want to do is I'm a learning and development expert in my other life. And we want to bring some sort of activities where they learn about the Creole culture. So this is why we're here today and celebrating the Creole history with everyone, is to really learn and see what you're doing. So when we're done here, we're going to go back home and go back to the drawing board and see what kind of programs can we put in place for the young children to learn about St. Lucian culture. Okay. So we're talking about, what is the flag? Why do we have these colors in our flags? What is Madras? Where did Madras come from? How do you make a dumpling? How do you make a fry bake? How do you do these different things? This is our culture. Cocoa tea, all these things. Learn about it. And so when you know where you come from, you know where you're going, and you're standing on a solid foundation. And that's what I want for the kids in Canada.
Oh, this is amazing. And this is a good one. That's a definite good one. I support this one full 100. Tell us a little bit more about some of the things that you have been able to, initiate to date as a foundation, as as a body, some of the accomplishment that you're proud of, that you can stand and say, okay, this is some things that we have championed and we are very proud of it.
Definitely. Well, we're just starting off in our new mandate, but one of the things that we're doing right now is we're spotlighting for Jeune Creole History Month. We're spotlighting Creole icons. So we've spotlighted the past icons, and we're spotlighting now the living icons that are going on. So we've recently met with June Frederick. We just met with Barry, and we want to do something on Dubois because he's part of our culture, right? So we want to be able to celebrate those icons that are still living and celebrate what they've done. We've done stuff on Frank Norville. We've done stuff on Cesar Descat, and so we want to start bringing out. And this is a series that we have right now on Facebook that we are doing for the diaspora.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're going to be here for a while. You're going to spend
Yes.
the full time with us. Tell me a little bit where we can find you again, what we can follow up, what's going on, because this is heavy. We'll probably need a whole day to have this discussion here, but hopefully we'll continue to stay connected, and we'll be able to do our part in ensuring that your the establishment does what it needs to do as well. But tell us where we can find you.
Definitely. You can follow us on Instagram and on Facebook at the St. Lucia Toronto Association. We're coming out with our website. We're working on getting that done and getting that launched soon. So look out for our website.
Wonderful. Andy, you're amazing.
Yes.
And I don't need
Thank
to
you.
ask. I know you've been having a good time on the island.
Oh, yes.
I bumped into you the other night, and I look at the page a little bit, and I see you getting it good all over the
Oh,
place.
yeah.
So that's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
That's,
Yes.
that's absolutely
The
amazing.
festivities are awesome. It's just beautiful. And I can't wait to wear some more madras while I'm here. Just get it.
I'm going to need to hook up on this one. Though.
Yes.
It's really nice.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Yandy.
Take care.
Guys, go follow up the page, check the website, see how it is that you yourself can connect and band on to the association as well. It shouldn't be disjointed. You're stuck probably in your living room. You're getting set for work and all of that, and you probably don't have that kind of view when you wake up in the morning. So how beautiful it is to turn on your TV, switch on to DBS, and be greeted with such beautiful view. And we are talking celebrating life. Well, 110, my good friend Eldrika Nicholas is 110. We cut we cake as normal. We had our champagne. We had a ball.
Doesn't make much sense. There ought to be love again.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eldrika. Happy birthday to you. Blessings upon blessings. Mildika, look at us again in 110. Come on now. 110. 110. Messi, Messi, Messi.
Thank you. Eldrika Nicholas.
Only one Eldrika. One Eldrika Nicholas. It can't be two. Well, I must come back the whole 110. You walk all the way, put on your clothes yourself, come outside, sit down on your chair and wait until we could cut the cake. You still have all your vigor, all your strength, all your might, everything at 110. This is such a blessing.
110.
110. 110.
Thank you.
We are wasting time, we cutting we cake, the drill already. We're going to cut we cake, have a little champagne and celebrate. You're going to mass later. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go to the mass, but we definitely cut it we cake like we normally do. Tradition is 110. 110. We're gonna cut cake here. Listen, this is personal here now. Don't even get involved. This is business here now. We're about to go and cut our cake. Anyways, just take from that. That is all you're going to get from now on. We're going to cut the cake, drink with little champagne, spend my little time when I go in and collect my little lime. And as I'm saying, I sit down and dance a little bit. Dance, well, they have pop-up with green. I say, my Eldrika, I see, what they have this year? They have sugar apple for me this year, no? 110. 110.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday
Peekaboo, I see. Peekaboo, I see you. Listen, man, I'm having too much fun, don't? But you see, that's a beautiful thing because you know what? It means that once I'm having fun, once you tune into DBS, you're having fun as well. And that's the best note to start your morning on. So I hope you were having an awesome morning. And now after this, you're having an even more awesome morning. And if you weren't having a good morning, well, after this, if you're not having a good morning, you need to go check on your health, go to the doctor, do something because you're supposed to go out and have an awesome day today. Enjoy it. See you tomorrow, guys.